I just want to take a couple minutes to address this whole phony, ginned up controversy over those three Glee actresses who did a racy photo shoot for G.Q Magazine. Now, I was watching the news earlier tonight, and there's a story about the controversy over this and how some people are comparing it to to almost pedophilia. Now, I could maybe understand it being compared to that if they were close to age or slightly underage. But last I checked, those three actresses are of age and they're able to consent to do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want with their bodies, they can wear whatever they want in the photo shoot. And besides, this is GQ Magazine. It's a well-known men's magazine. The problem here is that we have a group of people don't want who don't necessarily appreciate freedom of expression. They're all for freedom of expression as long as it's expression that reflects their morals and their values. And it's perfectly acceptable for them to sit there and wag their finger and look down their nose at these three young women for doing something that they have every right to do. I mean, personally, I would really like to know where these moral outrage groups were 10 years ago when you had pop boy bands singing songs that were explicitly about sex and this stuff was aimed at little kids. Oh, wait, I know where they were. They were in their church groups singing the praises of the religious right that was taking over. It's just the narrow-minded stupidity of this. I understand the show appeals to teenagers and kids, but what has to be understood is the actors on the show are not teenagers. They're in their early to mid 20s, most of them. So they have every right. They are over the age of consent. They can do what they choose with their bodies. They can be photographed wearing as much as they want or as little as they want in the photo shoot. And it's just this stupid, idiotic, think of the children, as Reverend Lovejoy's wife on The Simpsons always used to say about things that she considered immoral. Manner of thought about how, we have to keep kids good and pure because they're innocent. Well, I guarantee you that a lot of kids probably, if they have computers in their room, probably see things they ought not to be seeing. But because no one knows about it, nothing gets said. And we have to also remember that this is a men's magazine, right? GQ is one of the is a higher end men's magazine that's known for taking racy photos of women and publishing them in the magazine. And I completely and totally agree with one of the actresses who posted a response. I think it was on Facebook or Twitter or something. I can't remember from the news broadcast. But basically what she said is, it's my body. I can do what I please with it. And if some people don't like it, well, they can stick it where the sun don't shine. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but that's basically what she said. And I happen to agree. If something offends you or upsets you, or you don't like it because you consider it immoral, you have every right not to look at it. You have every right not to watch. You have every right not to listen to it. But don't try to force your morality and your beliefs and your views on everybody else. It's stupid and it's hypocritical to say that I value free expression unless it's expression that offends me. Then I don't value it. Then that other person's expression doesn't count. These type of people who make these statements, comparing this to pedophilia and child pornography and things like that, don't have no understanding of what they're talking about. It's not what they're saying it is. It's just their ignorance and the arrogance of their position where they can sit there and tut and look down their nose at others. And as far as I'm concerned, good on those three actresses for doing that. I mean, it takes a certain amount of courage to do that. And you know what? In the end, the funny thing about this whole thing is, despite all the pressure groups that are going to call for boycotts of the show and stuff like that, this whole thing is going to bring a lot more viewership to the show. It's going to kick up the ratings huge. And then it'll be the network and the actresses laughing at the pressure groups and the people who put out all this phony BS outrage over something that they have no right to be outraged about. Besides, GQ, like I said before, GQ is a men's magazine. It's not a kids magazine. So if a kid gets a hold of it and looks in it, I'd like to know, you know, what kind of parents would buy their kid a magazine with pictures like that in it?